Well, we're here at the CCA workbench, and
Yes, sir.
it's time for some new products, Dave. I love it.
Well, we're going to start with the tambourine I was tapping on, the rig ring. It's a really cool little tool that you can put in your bucket to hold all your knives and lures and whatnot, pliers. It's made out of 3/16 stainless steel, 16 gauge. Everybody has a 5-gallon bucket. It fits in a 5-gallon bucket or even a little 3.5-gallon bucket. And what you do is you bend these tabs back and put it down in there, and then you just get you some stainless steel screws and nuts and secure it inside your bucket. And that allows you to put it as far deep or shallow in the bucket as you want it to be. Keep everything out of the water all the time, and you can also keep using the lid if you don't put it up too high. So it's a really cool little.
And that's what I like about it is that when you're done with it, you can put the lid on it.
You can put the lid on it
and
still.
it goes away in your fish shack or whatever.
And you don't have all these hooks hanging off the side of it like I do when I hang all my stuff on the edge of the bucket and end up hooking myself. So go to topshelfmarine.com and you can pick up that rig ring. That's called.
Somebody was thinking on that one.
Yes, they were. Next, we have these Halco plugs here. They're called the Halco Macks. That little one is the 130, and the big one there is the 190. It's a lipless plug that you control real fast. You control them from 2 knots to 12 knots. They can go real fast, and just everything has been eating them up where I live. I gave a couple of these things to Dan Jacobs, and he won't go fishing without them. Man, he's a good buddy of mine. He just catches wahoos and kingfish and dolphins. Everything eats them. What's really cool about them, especially for the toothy critters, is you notice how they go to a nice little point in the back.
Yeah.
The fish can really get their mouths around that whole thing and get nothing but hook. So it's a really cool design.
That's a really good point, because let's say a kingfish comes up and hits it here and you're pulling. He's got the ability, because this is narrow, to slide into the rear hook.
Correct.
Good point.
And they're really, they work really good. Those 7/0 hooks on their inline hooks, and they got the 3X trebles. You notice those treble hooks on there.
These are real.
You won't have to change those out. Those are really hard, strong treble hooks, and they each come in like 7 different colors, all different.
I like the
anything
rattles.
that you want. Yeah, it's a wahoo and kingfish killer, for no doubt. All right, next we got some Redeye trolling lures. We got that big giant one there it's a knuckle buster, knucklehead, made for trolling for wahoo mainly. I wouldn't. Yeah, that's a wahoo rig there. You can troll it really fast because it weighs like 42 ounces. It's a big jet. It's called the 777 stainless jet. And it weighs, they have one that weighs 28 ounces, a 42-ounce version, and a 48-ounce version.
And the
you can even get them rigged.
spins and creates a big bubble trail going through there.
It makes a ruckus back there, and evidently you can pull that thing real fast, and wahoo love to pile on it. You can also buy it pre-rigged with a 480-pound cable, and this is a good, nice thing.
This looks like you could go on American Airlines, man.
Right. They also make a lot of little bullets and heads, made out of aluminum and stainless steel. That's their big thing, is making these metal heads either out of aluminum or stainless steel. And they also make a really nice set of cedar plugs out of stainless steel and some even from aluminum. You can get either one. The stainless steel is a little bit heavier, is why you choose between the two. But Redeye Trolling Lures. .com, and they've been around for a while. They make some really cool stuff. Last but not least, we got some Trocar swim bait and swim blade hooks.
Go with the swim bait
We'll
first.
do the swim baits first. They come in the variety of sizes from 5/0 3/0 all the way up to 10/0. They make a giant one. So with a 3/4 ounce weight on it. So you could be throwing great big swim baits to snooks and tarpons even,
And the 3.0's got a 32 or 1/32nd? It's something like that.
Yeah. 1/8, I think.
1/8. There you go.
And then the swim blades, the TK 178, goes from 3/0 up to 7/0, and they have an 1/8, a 3/8, and a 1/4, extra wide gap, and that nice little spinner down there. If that's gonna draw a lot of attention, real high quality little spinner swivel on there.
Yeah, man.
So
everybody likes a spinner.
Everybody does.
Yeah, man.
And a nice spring-loaded keeper there to keep your stuff on there. So get those Trocar swim baits and the swim blades. Both of them would work for just about anything, man. You put a soft bait on there and it turns it into a live fish.
All right.